Good evening to all our viewers at home. You are watching NwabisaTalks. My name is Mutsiye Madiehe and I'm your host for this evening. As you all know, NwabisaTalks is a platform where we discuss all the social ills izinto ezisinxunguphalisa emiphefumulweni. Namhlanje si-launcha i-YouTube channel ye-NwabisaTalks TV. And as expected, ndinayo i-host namhlanje uSis Nabisa Xana, i-founding member, managing director ye-NwabisaTalks kunye ne-Xana Attorneys, and recently the-author yencwadi Refined by Mascaras. Sis Nabisa, welcome to the show and please greet the viewers.
Good evening, Mutsi. Thank you for inviting me. I'm glad to be part of your show tonight.
Thank you very much, Sis Nabisa. Sis Nabisa, we're going to be talking about NwabisaTalks. We are going to be talking about Refined by Mascaras. We're going to be talking about the journey that you have traveled thus far. But first and foremost, I would like to know, who is Nabisa Xana, and Nabisa Xana engubani njena udibana phi ne-NwabisaTalks. Please take us through.
Thank you very much, Mutsi. Nabisa Xana is a lady born in Lady Frere. I grew up there. Right. I'm the fourth child out of 5 children of the late Mr. Xana and Mrs. Xana, who's still alive. Right. I grew up there and then I studied in Lady Frere and matriculated at St. James Senior Secondary School in Xofumvaba. I thereafter went to the University of Fort Hare where I obtained my BProc and LLB degrees. I'm currently a practicing attorney here in East London. I'm an author of a book. I'm a practicing attorney at Xana Attorneys. I've got my own law firm.
Your own firm, yes, yes.
And then I'm an author of a book, Refined by Mascaras. I'm a motivational speaker as well. I'm a part-time lecturer. Yes.
Wow, wow. Thank you very much, Sis Nabisa. Why NwabisaTalks? This concept of NwabisaTalks, what was happening ngela xesha? What propelled you to start the foundation?
Okay, in NwabisaTalks, firstly, it is a platform of engagement on social issues that are affecting people, both men and women. I saw a gap in our community that people are going through through traumatic experiences in their lives. They experience pain and suffering and they do not have anyone to listen to them. Even if there are places that are counseling people they are not aware of those places or they do not afford those places. So there is this gap. People, they don't have anyone to talk to. So I use that opportunity that as Nwabisa, let me create with the experience that I have as a person who has been through traumatic experiences in my life. Especially after the end of my marriage, when my marriage failed, and the things that I went through in my marriage, they propelled me to stand up and ndizayamanise naba bantu abave ubuhlungu abanengxaki abangazaziyo uba ngaba bazawuzithetha kubani nini njani. So ndivule that platform for abantu to come forward. We talk so that they can do it, they can detox from their hearts, bakhuphe izinto zibaxekixayo okanye zibavalileyo ngokwasemphefumulweni emotionally. Zimbini ke into esidila ngazo kwiNwabisaTalks. We focus on emotional healing. We deal mostly with emotional healing. If you've got any problems that you would like to put wounds of the past or anything zizike zakwehlela eqaleni uza kuthi kwiNwabisaTalks sisebenza ngawe ngokwasemoyeni. Siphinde okwesibini, we are focusing on community development. Yes, we've got programs zethu because we believe that the social ills that we are crying about, zizinto that we need to eliminate society. So what input are we doing thina singabantu senza ntoni, igalelo lethu lithini ukususa ezi zinto sizokwazi ukubuilda a better nation. So thina sidila with the emotional healing plus community development.
Wow, Nkosi Sis Nabisa. Niyazivela baphulaphuli nababukeli emakhaya. NwabisaTalks was launched on the 16th of November 2019. Noko lithutyana elo senihambe umganyana. What can you say, Sis Nabisa, when you're looking back? What has been the lows what has been the ups, and what impact onokuthi sele inayo Nwabisa Talks in the society and community at large up to le ndawo sikuyo ngoku?
Okay, as you said that we launched Nwabisa Talks in November 2019, and then it was festive season after that,
Yes.
and then 2020. 2020 March, COVID came. When the COVID came, it hit us very bad because we could not hold our programs the normal way. As in Nwabisa Talks, if a person follows us on the programs that we are doing, we normally have conversations whereby we would be in a setup of a talk show. We invite people, we choose a particular topic that we talk about. Then we're unable to do such because of COVID. People are not allowed to gather in big numbers.
Yes.
So we had to lie low and not do much, but we did not sit down and do nothing. We tried to push through the social media. We tried to have these like interviews
These kind
of
of
the, yes, the interviews of this nature, inviting people to talk whilst we were waiting for those big gatherings. We had interviews of this nature whereby we would invite people who have been through traumatic experiences and give them a space to talk and share about their experiences, as we believe that talking is the first step towards healing. Because if you are talking about your problem, about something that is bothering you inside, you are taking a step forward. You are closer to the healing, yes. So we have been having such programs, trying to make ways that we meet with the people and we counsel them. We also do one-on-one sessions.
All right.
Yes, we do one-on-one sessions. There are people who are coming who want to talk. We hear the people, their problems. Then if it is something that we need to refer to the professionals, then we escalate that. But we sit down with the person and hear the kind of a problem the person is faced with. We advise where we are able to advise. And fortunately, I'm a legal person. Some of the problems that they have, they need legal advice as well. So I'm able to give the legal advice on those issues. And then if they need a psychologist or a social worker, then I would be able to refer the people.
Wow, that is wonderful, Sis Nabisa Enkosi. What can you say to other single mothers ezibukeleyo emakhaya? How do you find the balance phakathi of being a mother, a professional attorney, and you have this baby ngoku Nwabisa Talks? How do you find the balance to make sure ukuba ngabana all ezi ndawo zezakho uyazimitha i-expectations zazo ngokupheleleyo?
Ish, a tough one.
Yeah.
A tough one because I'm a mother, as you're saying, a single mother.
Yes.
Therefore, if I'm a single mother, I'm playing the role of a mother and a father to my child.
Yes.
So I need to be there fully. I'm also the director of a law firm, which is also demanding. It needs my attention. I have to be on top of things at all times. I'm a founder of Nwabisa Talks, and this baby
An
I
author
have,
too.
yes, and an author as well. So a preacher in my church.
Oh, wow.
You see, so all those things, they are demanding, but you know, uThixo unendlela yakhe yokwenza izinto, uzibone ezinye izinto ukwazi uzenza. But what is important, you must be able to prioritize. You don't waste time, because the time you have is very limited. If you schedule your time that at a specific time I will be doing A, B, C, D, stick to that. Have a plan of your action.
Yeah.
Yes, you must have a proper plan of action that this is how I'm going to do, this is how my day is going to run. And then you stick to those times. Yes, you stick to the plan and the times that you have put on that plan, so that you don't take ixesha lenye ulisebenzisele kwenye. And also uyazi ngaba ngexesha loba ube sendlini nomntwanakho, you spend time and you give the child the quality time, so that angayifilishi the gap yobubhizi bakho. If it's the time for bantu bese office, I do umsebenzi ndifocus ndenza izinto zomsebenzi. Yes, prioritize izinto zakho.
Okay, Sis Nabisa, one more question just before we take an ad break. By having this Nwabisa Talks TV, what are you hoping ukubanga bana you will achieve ekugqibeleni kwayo yonke lento lena?
As Babesa's Chilo, so in Nwabisa Talks is about emotional healing and it's about community development. Then I thought ubangaba andizukwazi ukuthi ndihleli within the four walls and reach out to the people. I need a media so that people can have access to what we are doing, can have access to our programs, can know what Nwabisa Talks is about. Even if you are in Joburg, you are unable to be part of us in the Eastern Cape. Through this channel, you can be part of the family. Even if you are in Cape Town, you can subscribe and be part of Nwabisa Talks programs. So the healing that we'll be offering to the people here in East London, it can reach the people as far as Durban and Cape Town.
Wonderful. Enkosi kakhulu Sis Nabisa. Mbukele emakhaya, please don't go away. Stay tuned. We are taking a short ad break.
After having many ups and downs in her life, she decided to tell a story through a book called Refined by Mascaras. Nabisa is empowering uluntu lomzantsi Afrika ngencwadi yakhe ethi Refined by Mascaras. Sifumanele yakho ikopi yale ncwadi ube ngomnye wabantu abafumana impiliso through ibali likaNwabisa. Incwadi yafumaneka nge-250 ngokuthi utsalele okanye WhatsApp u-067 613 9229 067 613 9229 okanye uthumele email ku-info@nwabisatalks.co.za. Nwabisa Talks, let your voice be heard.
Welcome back, Babu Kelly. You will remember before siya ad break, we were catching up with EMD and Nabisa Talks, Usis Nabisa, where she was telling us about Nabisa Talks, the concept ukubangabana isukepi and where it is currently ngoku. We will now be joined by one of the team members in Nabisa Talks, abantu that work with Usis Nabisa on a daily basis to see to it ukubangabana Nabisa Talks reaches zonke ezindawo Usis Nabisa ebesixelela ngazo. Please join me in welcoming Usis Ntombi ekhaya Komisa. We welcome you, Sis Ntoshi. Ndicela ukubiza Sis Ntoshi.
Thanks, Mutsi. Hello, viewers at home.
Okay, Sis Ntoshi, can you take us through your journey? Ujoine nini in Nwabisa Talks? Okanye, why did you join in Nwabisa Talks? Because zikhona ezinye i-platforms ezikumila kunjena in the society that are doing almost the same imisebenzi eyenziwa in Nwabisa Talks, but ujoine nini in Nwabisa Talks and why did you specifically join in Nwabisa Talks?
Thank you, Mutsi. Mutsi, to be honest with you, Nwabisa is my friend.
All right.
We met this other day. It was, I think, 2018.
All right.
For coffee.
Okay.
We chatted about this idea in Nwabisa Talks. Ichomi ke uyayimamela. Uyiqhwabela izandla.
Yes, yes.
Ingakumbi xa isiza nembono entle enjengale. Noba ikabonakala into ezawuba yiyo, kodwa xa ithe yabonakala. Ichomi enjengonwabisa iye ikucinge. Ndithe ndisahle ngo-2019. Nwabisa called me esithi in 2 weeks time to come uzobe nelaunch yeNwabisa Talks.
All right.
She wanted me to be part of that launch. She did not tell me what to do. What am I going to do kula launch?
Okay.
Xa upha uzawubona uzawuthini.
Okay.
Xa ichomi kithetha uyamamela. Ndahamba ndotsho eCity Hall. Is there then dadibana nokusebenza kwiNwabisa Talks?
Okay.
INwabisa Talks ke one of missions zayo, mission statements zayo is to motivate and educate. I got motivated that day.
Wow. Nkosi Sis Ntoshi ndiphawula something very profound kwesi statement sakho kubangabana ichomi xa isenza kakuhle uyayiqhwabela. Aphinde yena xa ephendulayo athi xa uphayana uzawuyifumana into emayenze. Ithi loo nto leyo ungumhlobo apha amthembileyo.
Yes, actually, Motsi, to respond to what you are saying, it was easy to rope in Untosh to be part of this campaign or to be part of Nwabisa Talks, because looking at personality yakhe kuqala, ungumntu one-personality estrongo.
Okay.
And ungumntu othi xa esenza into azimisele. So I knew uba ngaba if ndifumene umntu onjengaye ecaleni kwam, it will be easy for le Nwabisa Talks uba ndiyitrive, because I cannot do this thing on my own. Definitely I need other people that I would work with. And you know, you look at the people before you choose them. You check uba umntu ngumntu ozokwazi umthemba, that is trustworthy and honest, umntu honest, and umntu ke ngoku hard worker naye or self-motivated. So it was easy to choose her to be part of the team.
Wow, very powerful, Sis Nabisa. Sis Ntosh, what can you say kumuntu obukeleyo phayana omhlawumbi onqwenelayo naye ukuba ngenye imini angazozimanya neNwabisa Talks? What can you say you have gained by being kuNwabisa Talks?
Thanks, Motsi. With Nwabisa Talks, anything is possible.
Okay.
Recently, we had into looting.
Yes.
Nwabisa Talks jammed. Sahamba soyokwenzela so-server taxi drivers ezi protectele ii-malls zethu bezigade ii-malls zethu. Nwabisa Talks liqonga apho abantu abane-social illness, apho i-crime, apho with the legal background Nwabisa nayo. Mna I would say ebantwini ndibamotivate ngento ethi, when you are weak, usiza kuNwabisa, we will be strong, helping you to carry on with your life. And with the legal background Nwabisa nayo, i-confidentiality is number one kuNwabisa. Ndimotivate again abantu abatsha.
Yes.
Not abantu abatsha bodwa, but zonke ages uNwabisa uyazi-accommodator. Ingxaki yakho, some of us asikwazi uthetha ingxaki zethu, but with uNwabisa uyakwazi uyithetha ingxaki. Kukho iqonga apho uzawukhuleka xa uthetha ingxaki yakho kulo, and you are safe with uNwabisa. That's all I can say ebantwini.
Wow. Enkosi kakhulu Sis Ntobekhaya. Okokugqibela, what can you say ebantwini must expect from Nwabisa Talks moving from le mini le launch going forward?
Thank you, Mutsi. Wamnandi ke lo mbuzo ngoba kwaNwabisa Talks akulali.
Okay.
Kuyaxovulwa
All right.
kwaNwabisa Talks. Ii-ideas kwiNwabisa Talks. Abantu njengoba bebona iNwabisa Talks behind the scenes kuyasetyenzwa kwaNwabisa Talks akulali. We recently launched incwadi. Iye yasinceda ndingekawuphenduli njalo umbuzo wakho. Iye yasinceda into yencwadi kule nto ye-COVID. I-demand, kubekho i-high demand yencwadi because abantu bahleli ezindlini, they can't go baye ku-talk shows. And even now, i-ideas sizinikwa ngabantu singakhange thina sibe sicingile, to prove that iNwabisa Talks is growing and isakhula and isezawukhula, because nangoku sibanjwa nje kuleli xesha loba le-COVID funeka simayinde social distancing nento yonke laa nto nee-numbers ezimazingenwe abantu amabangene ngazo. But into endinoyithetha, there's a lot ezayo kwiNwabisa Talks. There's a lot ezayo. Imnandi ke iNwabisa Talks because indifundise into yobana you don't need to have money.
All right.
In order uba uprogress.
Yes.
Ngestory esi sakho, ngempilo yakho, you can progress. uNwabisa usifundise loo nto uba not everything needs money. So ke ndizama ukuthi inintsi into eseza kuNwabisa, inintsi into ezayo kuNwabisa. Ndizama ukuthi ke bethuna nantsi chance nalithuba apho ndithanda khona uba isekelezelwe ebuthixweni, nantsi enye into endikhuthazayo uNwabisa Talks.
Amen.
Ayisukanga nje kwalalwa kwavukwa kwagqitywa. Igqitywe phaa phezulu ngophezulu.
Amen. Wow. Thank you very much, Sis Ntobekhaya, for lo mazwi lawo ayakhuthaza, ayomeleza, anika ithemba. Babukele emakhaya, please stay tuned. We will take a short break. Thank you.
After having many ups and downs in her life, she decided to tell her story through a book called Refined by Mascaras. Nabisa is empowering uluntu lomzantsi Afrika ngencwadi yakhe ethi Refined by Mascaras. Zifumanele yakho ikopi yale ncwadi ube ngomnye wabantu abafumana impiliso through ibali likaNwabisa. Incwadi yafumaneka nge-250 ngokuthi utsalele okanye WhatsApp u-067 613 9229 067 613 9229 okanye uthumele email ku-info@nwabisatalks.co.za. Nwabisa Talks, let your voice be heard.
Welcome back to our viewers at home. You are still watching Nabisa Talks with me, NwabisaTalks. We are now joined by another staff member, Sasa Nabisa Talks, Obut Tembungosi-Dube. Welcome to the show, Mhlekazi.
Thank you, Mutsi.
What do they call you in Nabisa Talks?
They call me leadership.
So I've got permission to call you leadership.
I've got permission to call you.
Thank you, leadership. I have a question for you. Why did you join Nabisa Talks?
Okay, my joining Nabisa Talks is actually a dream realization.
Okay.
Because I've always wanted to be part of programs and organizations that have to do with youth development. My reason for that is the way I was brought up.
All right.
You'd understand that most families, more especially in Africa, they are poverty-stricken. So, as one of the person who is coming up from such an upbringing, it made more sense for me to say, okay, I'm here now, I'm a grown-up person, and I can, in fact, have an impact in the community, more especially looking into the youth. People that you understand that they've got a potential, but they're underprivileged. How do you then get to help such people? So Nabisa Talks happens to be an organization that seeks to address such issues.
All right.
And now it was so easy for me to make part of Nabisa Talks because Nabisa Talks is addressing the very issues that I've always envisaged serving
Growing up.
growing up in
All
person,
right.
you know.
All right.
So it's things that we get in life, and due to the seasons of life, we grow, we learn, and from whatever we learn, we need to pass it on to other people. That's what pushes me most. And looking into the Nabisa Talks topics, there is a topic that addresses youth development, self-enhancement, and self-development. Also looking into the fourth industrial revolution to say, okay, where does poverty come from? And if we are to curb poverty, it means that there is quite a lot of families out there that we could serve. Now, from Nabisa Talks perspective, how do we get to curb poverty? There are topics where we would get specialists coming to talk to the youth about the fourth industrial revolution, for example, what opportunities are presented to the youth from the 4IR. We are faced with a society with high levels of unemployment, high levels of drug abuse and all that. It all stems from lack of knowledge, lack of getting a proper education about things. So Nabisa Talks gives people that platform. So it got so easy for me to be part of Nabisa Talks because it's something that I've always wanted to establish as a person. So there is an establishment. I just take along and
Just join.
Give my views and service. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
In short, I can just say that's what really pushed me to say, okay, I like what is happening with Nabisa Talks and I would want to be part. And I'm here now, I'm part, I'm excited, I'm grateful to be part of Nabisa Talks, by the way.
Okay, thank you very much. Sis Nabisa, let me come back to you. What does it mean, Kowe, because this is a second staff member joining us. What does it mean to you when more and more people approach you saying, I want to be a part of this, I want to be a part of this?
Okay, thank you, Motsi. It means the more we are, the merrier. And it means it grows to the movement. It means we are growing. And when we receive new people, they are coming with different skills. They are bringing new flavor to what we are doing. So the more we are in doing this, it is easy for us to reach as many people as we can. And they will have an impact, definitely. They are not just coming in as Iziku, but they are bringing something to the organization which will help other people as well. So I appreciate people joining. It means the movement is growing and we are able to spread our wings and build the nation.
Thank you, Sis Nabisa. It means abantu bayabona, abantu babukele.
Yes, and our
khona
light
ingubo.
is shining.
Yes.
It means that they are seeing the good work that we are doing. That gives us a credit. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. All right. Leadership, Kokrebela. What can you tell people about the Nabisa Talks?
Okay, To anyone who is viewing Nwabisa Talks from a distance, I would want to say to a person like that, Nwabisa Talks is welcoming. It's a platform that's welcoming, and it's welcoming to everyone. So a person mustn't just see Nwabisa Talks from a distance and think like, hey, I wonder what type of people get to be part of Nwabisa Talks. They just need to know that we are open arms, because we are serving a society that needs to be served, because there isn't so much of platforms like this where people can just come in and express themselves openly without a person having to be judged, without a person having to confide to the person privately. You can just open up about yourself, about your circumstances, and become a better person in life. You know, it's thing. Nobisa Talks give hope to the hopeless. And if you are that person who feels like, oh, this is the end of it, this is the end of life, where else can I go? Here at Nabisa Talks, you get experts that can talk to your heart, that can talk to the problems that you have, and you find yourself, you become a new person all over again. So I would highly recommend Nabisa Talks to quite a lot of people out there, because of the issues that we are addressing.
Thank you. Sis Nabisa, makhe singene kule ncwadi oyibhalileyo, Refined by Mascaras. Why Refined by Mascaras? Okanye, what was going on kuwe at the time of writing the book?
Okay, thank you, Utsi, for that. I wrote a book called Refined by Mascaras. I was propelled by my experience in my marriage. I'm a divorcee currently. I was once married, and was in a very abusive marriage, which was abusive physically, emotionally, financially, and otherwise. And the things that I went through in my marriage are the things that I wouldn't even wish for my worst enemy to go through. So I felt that when I experienced those things, and in fact I realized that there are so many people, be it women or men, who are going through similar experiences, but people, they feel ashamed to talk about those experiences and those things. They feel that they will be judged by the community or for whatever reasons. And I felt, Nwabisa, you know, this story or what I've been through, it cannot just be something that is in vain. There must be a message when God made me to go through that path. Okay, just going back.
Sure.
I'm from a family of, my parents were married. Yes, I'm from a solid background.
Yes.
So the things that I experienced in my marriage, I've never seen them before. So I did not even know that they exist.
for real.
Yes, they're for real. Those things are happening. But I happened to experience them. So I said, no, God, you cannot allow me to walk this path for free. There must be a message behind. So what is it that you want me to do about the experience that you have shown me? And I felt, let me write a book and share my experience with other people, with the hope that when they read this book, they will get a hope, they will find healing. This book is a source of healing, actually. People who read it, they relate to the stories that I'm sharing in my book. In fact, it is not only confined on the story of my marriage. I'm talking even climbing the professional ladder, the experiences that I went through in my profession. I talk about being a single mother. I'm a single mother, so I talk about those things. There are so many things that I covered. So this book, it is for a child who is raised by a single parent. It is for a child who is growing up in an abusive environment. This book is for anyone who has experienced any kind of trauma in life. When you read this book, you will find solace. You will relate to some of the things that are written there. Therefore, it is an instrument of healing. It gives hope to the hopeless. So I decided to share my story so that I can heal the world. I can heal the other people, those who are vulnerable, those who think it is the end. When they experience such traumatic things, they think about taking their lives. I'm saying that's not the end. There can still be life after whatever that you have been through in life. Look at myself. I've been through the things that are on my book, but now out of that, Nwabisa Talks platform was born. We've got this platform now.
Wow. Thank you very much, Sis Nabisa. We'll be talking more on Refined by Mascaras after we have taken a short break. Cela ningambi baphulaphuli nababukeli emakhaya sisathatha nje i-break siyabuya. Inkosi.
After having many ups and downs in her life, she decided to tell a story through a book called Refined by Mascaras. Nabisa is empowering uluntu lomzantsi Afrika ngencwadi yakhe ethi Refined by Mascaras. Zifumanele yakho ikopi yale ncwadi ube ngomnye wabantu abafumana impiliso through ibali likaNwabisa. Incwadi yafumaneka nge-250 ngokuthi utsalele okanye WhatsApp u-067 613 9229 067 613 9229 okanye uthumele email ku-info@nwabisatalks.co.za. Nwabisa Talks, let your voice be heard.
Welcome back to all our viewers. You are still watching Nwabisa Talks with me, Mutsi Madiehe. I'm sitting here with Sis Nabisa, Managing Director at Nwabisa Talks. Before we went to an ad break, we were talking to Sis Nabisa about the book Refined by Mascaras, and she was taking us through the journey of writing her book, telling us why she had decided to write the book. As we had alluded before, Nwabisa Talks was launched on the 16th of November 2019. Ithi londo leyo mbukele emakhaya noko seyinethutyana xa uyibalela kudala iqhuba. Now, to prove that, we are joined in studio by one of the #1 supporters, the Nwabisa Talks, supporters the Klana Attorneys, supporters the Refined by Mascaras, Mama, Unokwanda, Squash, Gamana, all the way from Queenstown. We welcome you on the show, Mama, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Siyabulela kakhulu. Mama, can you please take us through your journey with Nwabisa Talks? Bakhona bantu baninzi ne platforms namaqonga akumila kulolu hlobo, but we would like to find out from you namhlanje ukuba ngabana why Nwabisa Talks waziyeka zonke ezinye nezasekomani wajoin Nwabisa Talks yaseMonti. Ayo yasele difference ayibanga ngoko yaseMonti. Wajoin Nwabisa Talks out of all those that you could have joined.
Enkosi kakhulu bhuti. Ndienda introduce ichomi yam Nwabisa Talks. Then ngele xesha yisalonjwa. Ndayifumanisa into kuba it's a healer. Iyasiphilisa. Kuba ke kuthethwa ngam through uNwabisa. Yonke lento yayithethwa phaya yayichaza ibackground yayo uba kwakutheni uze abe wenza udeveloper iNwabisa Talks. Ndafumanisa into bithetha ngam. Ndabuyela ke kuye uNwabisa after nje ilaunch yakhe ndimchazela into kokubana le program ayo program nje kuba mhlambe becinga ba yena wenza nje program nje iprogram ephilisayo spiritually, iphilise mentally, iphilise zonke indaba zomzimba. Kodwa eyona nto ebalulekileyo into kokubana we are in pieces, we are broken, all of us, ngendlela ezahlukeneyo. And andizume entabeni ndithethe. Mhlawumbi ndandinokwazi okanye ndirhalela into kokubana mandithethe, but ndingenawukwazi uthetha kuba ke ndingaziqinisekanga ngam. Kodwa wathi kwawubakho uNwabisa Talks kulapho ndaqala ndabona khona into kokubana this is a program. Iprogram le engathethi nam ndodwa. Ndathi uphuma kwam apha ndathi bethunana andiqonda abantu baseQueenstown bayayazi ubuncwane endibufumeneyo mna eMonti. Ndisitsho nje nathi siyambanga uNwabisa nimbanga eMonti nathi siyambanga eQueenstown. Ndibachazela into kokubana ayithethi nje into kokuba kuthiwa yinto engu-hit and run. Sidla ngokuthi i-programs iba ngu-hit and run. Isibangele nje uba sivuye okomzuzwana iphinde itshone. Kodwa ndathi ndawuyimamela ndayiva echaza uba into ebangele into yokubana ayiqale le program. Ndathi ubomi bam ndibukhomitha ndidedicata into kokubana ndizawuhamba ndisanenwabisa Talks side siguge. Uba we will be turning 70 or 80 then sizawuhamba siyoguga. Ndide ndathi ke emntwini oye wandifonela ndathi I'm ready to climb Mountain Kilimanjaro because of this program. Ilonto ke
Nkosi kakhulu mama. Sis Nabisa, Refined by Mascaras, how do you feel when you hear of such testimonies, such feedback after your events, after imizamo yako? How do these news, Zero Mama, make you feel?
Wow, I'm just overwhelmed by emotions, mixed emotions. Yeah. onke amaxesha. Because by the time I went through the things that I went through, I never knew uba ngaba kukhona omnye umntu oza kuthi xa ethe wavula kobu bomi bam kube khona izinto ezimchukumisayo zimenza uba kuphile yena ngaphakathi emoyeni. Therefore ngonqwelerheka kwam kuye kwaphila umntu. That satisfied my spirit. Ndifumana ukonela emoyeni nokuzola emphefumlweni. Ithi ke ngoku loo nto leyo andoneli uba ngaba ndiphilise bona. Nam I also get healed by the things that they are saying. They are not only saying them, they are also bringing healing to me as well. Remember I said that bendinxwelerhekile. I experienced traumatic things. So this book to me is a self-healing book.
Yes.
Yindlela endiye ukubona ukhupha into uzame uba ngaba uzinyanga uziphilisa. Therefore ngalampiliso bendiyenzela mna ithe kanti ibe impiliso nakubo. Yes.
Wow,
So
thank you.
ndiyabulela kakhulu to get such a positive feedback. Yaba ngumthandazo wam. Let me be honest. When I wrote this book, when I wrote the last chapter and I put the pen down, I made a prayer. I said to God, may this book be the beacon of hope to everyone, especially to those who are wounded emotionally. May it be an instrument of healing. Bangathi abantu ngokuyivula, umuntu engekafundi ngokuyivula nje umoya wakhe ufumane impiliso nentambiso.
Wow, very powerful, Sister Nabisa. Inkosi kakhulu. Mama Squash, can you take us through ezi events zeNwabisa Talks sole uzi-attendile? Ungathi kubantu ababukeleyo bangekezi abangekayijoyini iNwabisa Talks nakulamaziko onxibelelwano, ungathi baphoswa yintoni?
Wow. Nkosi kakhulu bhuti. Hey, ibubuncwane i-program kaNwayi. Ibubuncwane nje impiliso. Impiliso nje iyasindisa ngelinye ixesha. Kuba uthi xa uphuma apha, uphuma ungena qala unguwe, uphuma ungomnye umuntu. Andifuna uphosisa bhuti, uyeke nje into obana ke it's a long journey.
Yes.
Kodwa I think ukurecruiter not necessarily into obana ndizawuthi izani, but ndaphuma ndisithi ndiya kwiNwabisa Talks ikwabuza uba yintoni leyo. Ndathi ke mna hayi man, khanike nijongeni apha kumaza onxibelelwano kuFacebook ke nifunde nibone ii-programs ezenziwayo phaya. Ndiyakuthembisa bhuti into okokubana xa silinde nje uba kuthiwa yiko.
Okay.
Otherwise baninzi abantu kangangoba ndinomntu mna othe nokokuba ithini imeko ukuba ngaba kuphinde kwakhona this program ikhona ke engathi yeza mos sesibhukishile ke siblockbookile.
Okay.
Iyimpiliso ngendlela yobana utshintsha ukwenza, utshintsha ucinga, ukutshintsha ukuthetha nabantu. Uyabona into okokubana mos njengoba uNwayi eyithetha lento into okokubana xa ungxwelerhekile kwa indlela oresponda ngayo komnye umntu engakhange abe unenjongo yokuvisa kabuhlungu kuba sele unale ntlungu unayo okanye unale nhliziyo iqhekekileyo okanye yaphukileyo. Athi xa efika eshukumisa uthuthumba umzimba wonke. Kodwa ndikuxelela into okokubana uvele ujonge with a smile. Uchaze into okokubana unokwanda endandinguye ngoko andisenguye ngoku. Nezinto ekwakuthiwa umntu xa ekwazi into obana uba uyibambile okanye uye wayiprika ugqume ubheke phezulu. Uthi xa eyichaza uthi no usewuprose ibutton erongo. And uthi xa ujonga izinto ezenzekayo ube nendlela yobonisa umntu ngendlela eyahlukileyo. Iyakha ekwakheni kwayo iyakwazi ukuvuselela izinto mhlawumbi ongakhange uziqonde into obunesakhono sazo. Umzekelo mna ndingumuntu othethayo kodwa bendingenawuze ndibe nguNwabisa ndime kwiplatform efana nale kaNwabisa kwindawo endithetha kuyo. Uba ndithethe namhla ingase kungathiwa kutshona kulanga mayize iNwabisa Talks izokwazi uba isi-revive. So indlela le program ehilisha ngayo ufumanisa into okokubana izinto obucinga into obana xa zinokuza kuwe zisiza zilikrele uyakwazi uzitshintsha ibe yenye into. and ufumanise into kokubana zonke ezi zinto zibuhlungu uyakwazi into yoba uride okanye ujonge apha kuzo into yobana yintoni endifundisayo kwinto nganye ezayo. Ndizama ukuthi ke iNwabisa Talks ikutshintshile ukucinga endinako mna endikwazi into yoba mandikukhuphelele kwabanye abantu, ikutshintshile ukwenza ebendinako ngoko endikwazi into yoba mandenze ngolu hlobo olunjani, ikutshintshile ukuthetha ebendinako ngelaa xesha uba bekunothethwa ngento ndinyuke ndibheke phezulu, ithi ngokuyihla ubheke ezantsi ujonge into kokubana yintoni le nto indifundisayo kwinto nganye. Ndizama ukuthi ke uNwabisa neprogram yakhe akadlalanga okanye uNwabisa neprogram yakhe akenzanga nje. uNwabisa neprogram yakhe ulihilishile ilizwe. Xa sithetha ke ngelizwe, xa kuthethwa ngam nomnye siyazi shumayele ezindaba ukuze bonke abakwaziyo abanayo le ngxaki sinayo okanye le ngxaki besinayo bakwazi into yoba bangene emthonjeni okanye echibini bagxobhagxobhe bagxoja-gxojwe nguNwabisa bafumane impiliso.
Amen. Enkosi kakhulu mama. Such a big word, healing. Sis Nwabisa, we have mentioned it kakhulu. We do know bangabana ikona retreat ezayo ye healing. Can you just quickly take us through that?
Okay, on the first weekend of September, from the 3rd to the 5th of September, we shall be hosting emotional healing retreat for women. Besisupposed basiyenza ngo-August ke ku-Women's Month, but due to imeko zoba kuvaliwe i-COVID, so we had to shift dates zethu zamovela to September with the hope that by then everything will be fine. Kula emotional healing retreat sithi kudala sithetha sibanazo i-talk shows eholweni, but kwi-talk shows sifumanisa uba it is not enough. Abantu basafuna ukuthetha, and after they have talked about their problems, what next? That is the question people they always ask. Okay, we have talked, and then what next? Siyokwenza what next way to get ngokupayana. That is the healing. Because we do not create these platforms just for the purposes of hearing indaba zabantu, asifuni indaba zabantu, but our main mission and purpose is to heal the people and transform people's lives. Xa siphayana ke kula emotional retreat, the first thing esiyoyenza phayana kukothula umthwalo, is to detox the heart. Lento ukubangela bangaba ufilish ba unoxinezelelo yilento sizawuyithatha umuntu ngamnye ozabapha is a minimum number of 30, a very reasonable number, so that sizokwazi ba siba access bonke aba bantu. Umuntu ngamnye sidile naye ubangaba kanye yintoni le yenzekayo ebomini bakho ebangela ba umphefumulo wakho ungabi nakuzola, okanye when you think about it you still feel sad, okanye ubomi bakho ibutsalela ibubuyisela umva. Sifuna bayithathe umuntu ayibeke apha phansi sidile ngayo, and thereafter we have taken out all those bad emotions, then we bring the healing to the person, we transform the person to see life differently. I can assure you, if you are part of that emotional retreat, your life cannot be the same. There will be a change in a person's life.
Wow. Sisakhona space? Amatikiti aphelile?
Amatikiti ayaphela.
All right.
I left, I think, with plus minus 8.
All right, out of 30.
Out of 30, yes. Ayaphela amatikiti. So I would advise people to book spaces as soon as possible. Izabe se East London, NHS Rest.
Okay.
Then into ebalulekileyo zibhukishele space on time, so that sizokwazi ba sikulungiselele even the environment le i-retreat izabe kuyo, le ndawo ikuyo yindawo ephilisayo ngoba kula environment you just get healed. You will see what I'm talking about.
Wow. Thank you very much, Sis Nabisa. Namhlanje, it is the 18th of July, and we would all remember it is a birthday to one of the late statesmen, Owayeli Kawe, largely amongst abantu abesilwela inkululeko against ucinazelo ngamabhulu in the country, ongasekhoyo uTata Nelson Mandela. Nangu Sis Nabisa umuntu omtsha uhlele eziphunzana, uhlele eRhodana, uhlele eNtabethemba, akaboni future for ikamva lakhe. Ngale mini inkulu kaTata uMandela, what is your message to the youth out there? Ingakumbi i-youth yomuntu omnyama.
Ndithande into ethi ikamva lomuntu ngamnye lisesandleni sakhe. utata uMandela usifundisile loo nto leyo uba ngaba omnye umntu akananto as such nekamva lakho, but into ikwi-choices that you make and the decisions that you make. Ii-circumstances okhulela kuzo, they mean nothing. Imeko ne-environment yakho, noba you are from a very poor background, like utata uMandela, he had nothing when he grew up, but he managed uba afunde abe yi-lawyer and a politician, and sele ii-circumstances zi-unfavorable. Sele ufundile, nanku waye wayobanjwa for 27 years, but that never discouraged him. That never made him to take his life and say it is the end of the world. So whatever that you are faced with in your life, whatever challenge, whatever mountain that you look at it and you think you will never be able to climb, there is no such thing. There is no way, there's nothing that is impossible in this life, but it is in the mindset. If you kulula your mindset, then you will be able to achieve anything that you want to achieve in life. Your future is in your hands. It does not rely on any other person.
Wow. Enkosi kakhulu sesinabisa mama. Okokugqibela nje kha uthethe nomphulaphula okubukeleyo emakhaya umnike nje amazwi enkuthazo umxhobise ngezixhobo zaseNwabisaTalks.
Enkosi kakhulu. Baphulaphuli. Anisoze nizisole xa ninokwazi into kokubana nazi into NwabisaTalks ithetha ngantoni. Kodwa okubalulekileyo incwadi inayo imessage eyithethayo. Kodwa nalapho asiphelelanga njengoba besetshilo uNwabisa esithi ikhona i-emotional retreat. Silapho soze siyeke nje le bus masiyikhwele noba iyahamba. Le bus izawusigxidisa kwindawo ekufanele into basehle kuyo. And izawusinceda loo nto kokubana kaloku sizingcwelerha inhliziyo zethu zaphukile, kodwa ayisithethi into yobana sawugoba ekwaphukeni kwentliziyo. Funeke sizikhulisile ukuze sikwazi abantwana abalandela emva kwethu, igeneration yethu ingaphuki njengathi, sikwazi uyithwalisa umthwalo. Maningahlali ke bethunana, sikhona nakumama uNwabisa.
Yes.
Ukhona na program wakhona,
Yes.
Program director ukhona naye, bayancedisana ke beyile team. Sithi ke bandakwethu nina nihleliyo apha emakhaya, khanishukumeni mani nikhe nijonge no Facebook aba.
Yes.
Nicela abantwana, abantu abasebebadala bangangathi bethunana bayasibetha itechnology, kodwa abantwana bakhona ukuze basincedisane nathi sijonge izinto eziqhubekayo. Nike nithi nje click kuNwabisaTalks nizawubona into ezimnandi nezakhayo. Masingashiyeke singashiyekini ke bantakwethu ukuze sikwazi ukukhula ngokwasengqondweni ngokwenza nokucinga nehambo zethu. Enkosi
kakhulu mama. Sesinabisa, your last words to abaphulaphuli.
Baphulaphuli beNwabisaTalks TV, all that I can say to you, let's come together and build. We can build this nation. It is not too late. We know we are surrounded by the bad things all the time, but with the little that you can do, we can change the world. Let's come together and hold each other's hands and build our South Africa that we love. This is a beautiful country. We can add something and add value to it. Thank you very much.
Baphulaphuli emakhaya, the book Refined by Mascaras ebhalwe ngusisi Nabisa Yeklana is available. If you click on Facebook page weNwabisaTalks, uza kuyifumana information ethetha ngencwadi. If you go to our Instagram page, uza kuyifumana information ethetha ngencwadi Refined by Mascaras. And if you call the following cell phone number 067 613 9229 okanye send a WhatsApp text, uza kuyifumana information yencwadi. We are also available on info@nwabisatalks.co.za. Enkosi.